Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 6-9. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. And with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. Join me on camera, say hello, promote yourself, your special event, all that would be great. And I'm sorry I'm late. Let me put on my specs. Get comfortable here. There we go. Put on my specs. Move my keyboard. And sorry I'm late. I was at the senior pharmacist office. We had to print out a bunch of flyers and stuff and got that taken care of. And then phone calls and technology and all kinds of great stuff. But anyway, I'll be doing the show in just a second. First, let's say hi to William. William M. Andrews is here. First, he says, good afternoon, Durham, North Carolina. Good afternoon, William. Happy to have you here. And his most famous phrase, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. And it is indeed. William, I hope you're having a great day. And I guess school's out, so I guess you're relaxing this summer. Let us know if you're relaxing, because that's always a good thing. So let me get started here. I'm starting out on the word page. And William is saying, I am. So he's definitely chilling, having a nice start to his summer. In fact, I think, today is the second day of summer, I think, for students, I believe, because I think school's out for everybody now. So we were saying, yes, I am indeed. All right. So actually, my light is actually off and my ceiling fan is off. Let me go ahead and turn that on real quick. Talk among yourselves. I'm just turning on my light real quick and my ceiling fan because it's going to be a hot one today. There we go. That's more like it. There we go. That's it. So I'm now reaching for the Durham Skywriter here, and let's go to the word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page. Oh, the air feels so good. If you don't have air conditioning, get a ceiling fan. It's like wonderful. So this government and nonprofit information page has all these great programs and services listed that maybe you can get some help, whatever help you need for your family, for yourself. There's all these different programs, so you might even find places to volunteer at. So I was going to tell you, now I just got notice because I was looking up Durham County Library, because as you know, this is going to be the kickoff week for the summer reading program. You definitely want to sign up your kids for the summer reading program. It's always fun, and it's also super important because, what do they call that? The summer slide or something like that. It's not a line dance. It is when, especially young children, when they're out of school for a couple of months and then they don't bother to read anything and their skills deteriorate. I mean, you don't see the skills leaving. It's like a muscle. If you don't work the muscle, you get weaker. And it's the same with reading. If your child doesn't read over the summer, they get back to school, they're going to be behind. And they're not going to, then they get discouraged. And then they give up. Ask how I know. I had a little brother who did just that. He gave up. Don't ever give up. It can lead to a lot. I don't want to say anything else. But basically, you want your kids to read over the summer so they can enter the school year with confidence. Because once kids get the sense that they're behind everybody else, they shut down. Then they don't want to ask questions of the teacher because they feel everybody knows but me. And yeah, so definitely sign up your kids for the summer reading program, especially the little ones. So anyway, I'll be having a full-page article on that tomorrow, and I'll be doing all the updates because I think they start with the kickoff events starting on Thursday with the South Regional Library. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on that. But anyway, I mentioned that because I do like to tell you when the libraries are open. Now, I just got word from Bragtown that at least on Mondays they'll be open only until 6. You know how I always say on Mondays they're all open until 8. Well, apparently Bragtown will be closed starting at 6 on Monday. I don't know about Tuesdays, so I have to look into that. But as far as I know, with today being Tuesday, that the libraries are open until 8, and we'll see about Bragtown. They do reopen at 9:30, and Bragtown always reopens at 10. All right. Now, there's just so much on this page. Let's go ahead and check with, let me tell you about the Durham community fridges, because with school being out, it's really hard for a lot of families to feed their kids too over the summer, because a lot of kids have meals at school, and that helps their parents a lot if they're low income and they don't have a lot of money to spend on food. So another thing, I need to write this down. When I was at the Durham Hunger Day this Sunday, I found out that that program, it's not, for some reason, it's not being widely advertised. But remember that program where the kids could always find some place to eat for breakfast and sometimes lunch as well throughout the neighborhood? So let me just write this down. Okay, so I'm going to find out. I got some information on Sunday about the program where the kids can always find some place to eat over the summer holidays, summer vacation, I should say. So I'm going to put that information in the Skywriter, and hopefully I can make some announcements pretty much every day during Bull City Hangout. That's another thing that I'm going to do this afternoon. So I got to find out about that so that you can find out about it from me. And of course, there's always places that you can go to get information as well. But it's my job to provide the information. I'll do my best to do so today so that tomorrow I can be prepared to let you know what's happening. Now, the Durham Community Fridges, this is where people who are in need can get food for free. We have 3 community fridges here in Durham. The food is provided by people like you and me, just regular folks. If you're able to catch a 2-for-1 sale, or you have extra food, or maybe you catch a sale, or if you're like me and maybe you get food from a food bank or whatever, and then you look at the labels and discover, ooh, I probably shouldn't eat this because it has too much sodium. I have high blood pressure. Don't throw the food out. Take it to the Durham Community Fridge so that someone who can eat the food can get their hands on it. So we have 3 community fridges. They have 24/7 access, which means if you want to drop off the food any time of the day and night on your way to meetings, work, school, whatever, you can do so. I'll tell you where they are. St. Joseph Episcopal Church has a community fridge, 1902 West Main Street on the Iredell Street side. So definitely check that out. They are served by Go Durham bus number 11. There's another community fridge at the Scrap Exchange, 2050 Chapel Hill Road in the Lakewood Shopping Center, served by bus number 10. Then Bragtown Baptist Church at 3218 North Roxborough Street, and that's served by Go Durham bus number 4. Another thing I wanted to point out, 2 things I want to point out. Each community fridge has a cupboard next to it, so you can deposit food and look for food that's non-refrigerated, like canned goods, bagged goods like beans, rice, that sort of thing. Also, I don't know who it is, but somebody makes lasagna and puts it in the community fridges. I want to know who that is. But yeah, I want to talk to them and interview them. But yeah, somebody's putting beautiful containers of lasagna. I've seen the lasagna at the refrigerator at St. Joseph Episcopal Church. But anyway, so you have 24/7 access. A lot of people now the last time I was at a community fridge, I saw a whole bunch of bottled water. That was very thoughtful. That's a good idea. You can get a 6-pack of bottled water at Dollar Tree for $1 or $1.25. So that's another idea. You might want to do that. So if you want to help others, definitely drop by any one of these or all three of these community fridges and drop off some food and beverages. I know people would really appreciate it. The second thing that I wanted to point out is that there is a website. I do have the link right there on the word page, the Durham Skywriter. Go to durhamskywriter.com, then go to the word page, scroll down to Durham Community Fridges. This website is wonderful because, first of all, it lists the food that you can find in each community fridge, and it's updated by regular folks. And then you can find out if it needs cleaning, because again, the upkeep is by regular folks like you and me. So if you happen to have the time and you're checking the website and they're saying this particular refrigerator needs some tidying up, then you can throw out the old food that's maybe going bad, and maybe take some bleach water and and a little cloth and clean it out a little bit. Again, this is a community project. People started it during COVID because they knew that they couldn't meet people face to face and help them that way. So they started this community fridge. It's a nationwide program, and it's a really, it's usually, from what I hear, is well run. It's run by regular folks. All righty. Now, let's check with Durham Tech because they have these wonderful online free classes on Zoom for people who want to start businesses. So let's see, today's the 9th. Here's a class, Business Money Basics. Every entrepreneur should know. That's going to be tonight on Zoom from 6 until 7:30. So check that one out. The link is right there on the Word page. Here's another one, Introduction to the Business of Freight Dispatching. And that is from 6 until 8. And you might wonder what that is. When companies make things, they have to somehow get to the stores. So freight dispatching, freight is like when you see all the 18-wheelers and of course trains taking things from manufacturers to the distributors and the individual stores. Somebody has to coordinate all of that. And sometimes it could be small companies. It doesn't have to be huge, gigantic companies, but just people who know how to make connections. So sometimes you can start your own freight dispatching company and maybe deal with these smaller companies that are regional. You might probably don't want to start out doing a national dispatching business. But yeah, if you want to do a freight dispatching business and start local, you can do that. You can learn how to do that by taking this class from 6 until 8. It's going to be tonight on Zoom. And if you're curious about that, check it out. Doesn't hurt to learn. Here's one more class. There's some water. From 6 until 8, there's a free class, Winning Customers Over with Irresistible Offers. That sounds good. So if you're running a business or a service, you want to know, you might want to know how to do that. That's going to be tonight at 6 on Zoom. And I just want to mention that tomorrow at 1 o'clock, there's going to be a free class, Go Live and Get Paid. And when they say go live, they're probably talking about what I'm doing, live streaming. So if you want to learn all about live streaming and having your own show, you might want to check that out. It's going to be tomorrow from 1 until 2. All right. Let's check with SCORE since I'm here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me check Legal Aid because they have workshops that are really great too. Let's see. Legal Aid of North Carolina. Let's see. Today they have a class, Child Custody, Listen and Learn. Listen and Learn is the name of their workshop series. So you can learn about child custody, I guess, when people get divorced and you need to work it out in terms of who keeps the child and who gets the child or children during the holidays, how to work all of that out. So that's going to be today from 2:30 until 4:30. It's going to be on Zoom, so you can register for this free class by going to the link that I provide right there on the Word page. Okay, and I think that's it. Let me check with SCORE real quick, because SCORE helps budding entrepreneurs as well with their classes, and they have mentors, which is great. Let's see, their next class is not until Saturday. Okay, so I'll keep that one in mind. Let's go to the to your health page. And let's see if there are some blood drives that maybe we need to learn about where you can save. Wait a minute, today's Tuesday. Wait a minute. NAMI Durham has a group meeting today. So NAMI, that stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So with today being June 9th, from 7:30 until 9, they're going to have a Zoom meeting. It's called the NAMI Connection Recovery Support Group. This is a free support group for those who are age 18 plus living with a mental illness. So you go to these meetings, like I said, they're free, they're online. You can get some resources, get some resources, encouragement. You might have something that's on your mind that might be troubling you, that you might want to talk about. And what is discussed in the room stays in the room. So you can get some help from the folks at NAMI. Get some resources, talk about your challenges, and then they can connect you with services that can help you. So that's going to be tonight, 7:30 until 9. All right, now let's check for the blood drives where you can save lives by donating blood. Let's see. Today's the 9th. Okay, so the American Red Cross is not having one today. They're having one Friday. And then Blood Connection, they're also having one on Friday. So I'll tell you about that. Oh, I'll tell you what's going on right now, and that is the HELP program, the Health Equipment Loan Program. They're open right now at 4206 North Roxborough Street. So basically, they're run by Project Access with the county. So they take donations of things like walkers with and without wheels, wheelchairs, canes, crutches, things to help you in the bathroom and around the house if you're disabled or injured. So this can help people. Maybe you're just out of the hospital and you know you only need a knee scooter for a couple of months. Well, maybe you might want to check out this program. They're open 2 days a week. They're open on Tuesdays, so they're open right now. They're open from 10 until 2 on Tuesdays. And then on Fridays, they're open from 1 until 5. Let me give you that address again. 4206 North Roxborough Street. All right, and that's the Health Equipment Loan Program. So you can make a donation of these items, and then they fix them up, and then they loan them out to people who need them for 90 days at a time, which is a great program. Now, let me go to the top of the page and click on the Health Events button. Let's see if there's something I can tell you about in terms of a health-related event. So let's check out June 9th. Let's see. Ooh, going on right now. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it ends in 4 minutes. Never mind. Okay. The Younger Onset Support Group, yeah. They meet from noon until 1:30, so. But later on today, the Breast and GYN Cancers Support Group, they will be meeting on Zoom tonight from 6 until 7:30. It's run by Duke, and I do have the link so you can click and register. Okay, now let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. On the Senior Scope page, great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. Their address is 406 Rigsby Avenue. I was just there about maybe an hour ago. So Durham Center for Senior Life, nicely air conditioned if you get my drift, just saying. Now today is Tuesday. Let's see what's going on today. Wait a minute. Yes, the Arthritis Foundation exercise program. That starts at 2:15. I was hesitating because I had to remember I usually do the show at noon, but it is 1:30 right now. Okay, so let's see. Arthritis Foundation exercise program, 2:15 to 3:15. Did I mention free membership? You don't have to pay for these classes. You can play Kings in the Corner. They have dominoes. They have a pinochle. You can play all afternoon. And because today is Tuesday, they're open late. They're open until like right after 7. So even if you're working 9 to 5, stop by. Get a little workout in or do some computer work so when you get home, you're relaxed. You don't have to worry about anything. Also happening this afternoon, a DCSL band practice. I met, what was his name? Harry, the gentleman who runs the DCSL band. So they'll be rehearsing in the theater from 2 until 3:30. So you might want to check them out. So I met him when I was at the center just a little while ago. A women's pool from 4 until 4:45. Of course, women can play billiards at any time, but this is women's only. So this will be from 4 until 4:45 this afternoon. Now tomorrow morning, they're going to have muscle pump at 8:40. And if that's a little too early for you, you can join the class while still in your jammies tomorrow at 8:40 from the Durham Center for Senior Life Facebook page. So it'll be live on Facebook tomorrow. Also a new class called Sweat and Salsa at 9. The French 1 class at 10. The Total Body Workout at 10. That one's going to be on Facebook Live as well. A quick drawing class at 10. Ping pong at 10. The Hispanic Heritage Group, fun activities in Spanish for 4 hours, starting at 10. And you can learn and play pinochle. That class will start at 12:30, and that's all afternoon. And don't forget, you can play dominoes, and you can also play, what's that other card game? Kings in the Corner. I've never even seen that one, but yeah, you can learn that as well. All right, let me check for the special events. Let's see. Today's the 9th. Ooh, darn it, I forgot. It's 1:30, not 12:30. Okay. The caregiver support group, they met at 12:30. Okay. Tomorrow, if you are new to computers and you always wanted to learn about the internet and how to work email, they will have a class tomorrow. Now, it is part 3. Part 2 was today, part 1 was yesterday. But if you already know a little bit, but you need to learn a little bit more, then tomorrow maybe you might want to check that out at 9:30. Part 3 that's the last of the 3-part series. Also tomorrow at 11 o'clock, the Little Garden Club will be meeting. And I actually took a peek at the new garden over there. They have new raised bed gardens at the Durham Center for Senior Life. And I saw some blank spaces. So if you want a space, I think you can get one. But somebody has been planting some crops and some flowers, and it looks really good. But like I said, I did see some blank spaces. So you might want to check that out, make an inquiry. Maybe go to the meeting tomorrow. Again, the Little Garden Club meeting will be tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the volunteer room. So you might want to ask about that. They're also going to be having a free notary services at 9:30 tomorrow. And that is, that's Thursday, not tomorrow. But you do have to register. So if you already know that you have a contract or lease or something like that, or something that has to be notarized, just know that you have to register. Give them a quick call and register at extension 104. Their number is 919-688-8247. So sign up for the free notary services, which will be for a couple of hours on Thursday morning. All right, let's go to the Let's Go page. Let's see what's on the calendar for the Bull City. Let me click again. There we go. There we are. Okay. Now, let's see what's going on this afternoon and evening. Oh, Preservation Durham. They're having a downtown Durham architecture tour. That's going to be this evening, 5:30 until 7, meeting over at CCB Plaza. So basically, you get to walk around and learn about Durham's pioneer entrepreneurs and learn the history of some of downtown's coolest buildings, including Mechanics and Farmers Bank, the Crest Building, the Temple Building, 5 Points, and the Durham Arts Guild. Tickets are $15, and it's free if you're already a member of Preservation Durham. You might want to become a member. You might want to ask about that. So everybody will be meeting at CCB Plaza right before 5:30, and then the tour starts at 5:30. You might want to wear sunglasses and maybe have a little parasol because it's going to be hot. Actually, the sun might not be out. I think it's supposed to be cloudy all afternoon. You might not need that parasol. But today is a good day for a nice little walk. Now, Wheels Durham, 715 North Hoover Road. they're going to have free dinner skate night tonight. So if you like to roller skate and you like free dinner, you might want to check that out. You're actually paying for it in a way because you do have to pay for admission. So admission for skaters is $15, but that includes the skate rental and a slice of cheese pizza plus a small drink. How about that? So if you're a non-skater adult and you're only there to watch your kid, then you pay only $4. So that's going to be tonight, 6 until 8:30 at 715 North Hoover Road. All right. Now the Glass Jog Run Club, they'll be meeting tonight right before 6 at the Parkwood Ballpark, 5200 Revere Road. So you can join either the 2-mile walk or the 5K jog and run. And it ends at the Glass Jug Beer Lab, 5410 Highway 55. It's very casual. I mean, it's non-competitive. You're just there really with others who just want to do some movement outdoors. So strollers are welcome, dogs are welcome. And you really don't even have to go inside the beer lab if you don't drink or if you're there with your kids or your dog. But that is where it ends. So it's going to be a fun event. You can join the 2-mile walk or the 5K jog and run starting at 6, meeting at the Parkwood Ballpark. Okay, the Black and Brown Ballet class, that's at the Hayti Heritage Center for beginning and intermediate dancers at least age 12 or age 12 plus. The class fee is $10. It's at the Hayti Heritage Center on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. So you might want to check that one out. If you like playing music, high-strung violins and guitars, they're having their Irish Learning Jam at Blacknell Memorial Presbyterian Church, 1902 Perry Street, in the community room. That'll be from 6:30 until 8. It's free. Now, they're saying that near beginners are welcome, and ideally, you'll be comfortable playing in the keys of G, D, and A major. Those are the easiest, besides the key of C, the easiest keys to play in, and also E minor. So if you play, like guitar, piano, or whatever. Actually, I shouldn't say piano because I don't know if the piano will be available for the Irish Jam, but I know if you bring your guitar or your flute or whatever, you're more than welcome. Dulcimer, mandolin, whatever they play in Irish music. I know they play those special drums. I forget what it's called, but they have a special kind of drum and everything. Anyway, if you can't play, but you want to hear some nice Irish music, you are more than welcome to just sit and enjoy the music for free, 6:30 until 8. And again, this is going to be tonight at Blacknell Memorial Presbyterian Church on Perry Street. Now the pony ride, they meet at Major the Bull in CCB Plaza, 201 Corcoran Street. They'll be meeting right before 6:30, and then they'll be riding their bicycle around. You can join them on your bike, and you can choose either to ride the 5 or the 8-mile bicycle route. And it's at a leisurely pace. Nobody will be left behind. But it ends at Ponysaurus Brewing. That's 219 Hood Street. So you'll be riding around from 6:30 until around 8:15, which is pretty much sunset. The Tuesday Blues Jam is from 7 until 10 at the Blue Note Grill downtown at 709 Washington Street. If you play guitar or bass, don't worry about lugging your amp. You can use one of their amps. You can sign up. You go there. It's free to get in. It is a restaurant, so order some food. And then if you get up the nerve, you can sign up and hop on stage and join them and sing or play some blues. Now, high-strung violins and guitars, they have a second jam session. The second one is the classic country honky-tonk jam. And that is going to be at the same church, Blacknell Memorial. And this starts at 8:30, so it's from 8:30 until 10. Now, a piano will be available for this particular jam. Because very often when it comes to country music, you got to do the Floyd Kramer thing. You got to have someone playing the piano. So that, again, is going to be from 8:30 until 10. Oh, by the way, they're going to have Chord charts. I put the two together and made it carts. Okay, chord charts will be available. And if you don't know how to read them, I think the chord charts are those where they draw the 6 lines for the guitars and put the dots where your fingers go. I think that's what they're talking about. So they'll explain it to you, and then so you can keep up. And they probably played the best of the cowboy chords, CF and CFGD, and they might have some extras thrown in. So that's probably why the chord charts will be made available. So maybe you can learn some chords if you play guitar or, let's see, I know they have banjos. What's the other thing? The dulcimers. And what's that other instrument? Probably not ukulele, but that's what I'm thinking of. But anyway, bring all the acoustic instruments and just join in and have fun. Now, Views from the Durham is back, courtesy of the Moorhead Planetarium. So what they do is that they bring like one of their gigantic telescopes, plus educators to help you out with discovering the night skies. So from 9 until 11 on the roof of the Durham Hotel at 315 East Chapel Hill Street, you can enjoy some great music by DJ Gemini. And now this month, they're expecting there to be a Venus-Jupiter conjunction. That'll be the main attraction. I guess Venus and Jupiter will be close together, at least in the sky. At least it'll look like they're coming close together. So I guess you'll be able to find them with the help of the Morris Planetarium educators and their telescope. So that should be really fun because it's free. It's an all-ages event. They will have snacks and beverages available for purchase. But yeah, you can bring your kids up there, and you don't necessarily have to buy anything. I've gone up there and taken some pictures, and they didn't pressure me to buy anything. So check it out. I think you and the kids will really, really enjoy that. Great music, telescopes, beautiful view of downtown. What else do you need? I can't think of anything else. There you go. And that again is from 9 until 11. Now tomorrow, Echo NC will be hosting 1 Million Cups Durham. That is an event that happens every week at Reed City Network, 112 Broadway Street. And this is from 8:30 until 10, where at 8:30, grab a coffee, meet people, work the room. This is for entrepreneurs and budding entrepreneurs. So you got to work the room, meet the people. And then starting at 9, 2 speakers, one from a different entrepreneurial business, will talk about their business and what it's like to be an entrepreneur. So if you want to run a business and you may be a little timid, you're not sure how to get started, attend this 1 Million Cups Durham. I think you'll get some insight and get some courage and some encouragement to start your business. Bell Yeager Free Will Baptist Church at 128 East Cornwallis Road. They're going to have a food giveaway. So if you're in need, your family needs some help getting food. Again, the kids are now home for the summer. So from 10 until noon, you can get some food from Bell Yeager Free Will Baptist Church. Also, Catholic Charities, they give away food as well as the people who run the Durham Community Food Pantry, 2020 Chapel Hill Road in the Lakewood Shopping Center. You can only go once a month, though. So you go there between 10 and 1, talk to a social worker. You'll walk out of there with a week's worth of food. Let them know if you can't have dairy or pork. They'll make a substitution. There are people there who speak Spanish and also French. And don't forget, if you need diapers, ask for diapers, because the diaper bank drops off a bunch of diapers once a month at the top of every month. So they have the different sizes, newborn up to toddler sizes, and then they have the big ones for adults as well. So that again is tomorrow from 10 until 1. All right, and Hub RTP, 3151 Elion Drive off of Highway 54. They have Shuffle. That is their weekly outdoor lunchtime concert series. So from 11:30 until 1:30, old school R&B, rock, and modern pop by Wake Moody. That'll be tomorrow 11:30, free admission. And you know there's going to be food trucks there, so you can always have a nice lunch. Or you can bring lunch from home, or however you want to do it. Buy lunch on the way, however you want to do that. Let's check the weather. Grab my little phone here and do my little intro. Let's see. It's hot out there. It's 83. It's not like it was yesterday. It's 83. Cloud. The sun just came out. Cloudy and going up to 86. Now tomorrow. Now let's see. Cloudy all afternoon and evening and night. Not surprisingly, because tomorrow it is going up to 90 tomorrow, but there's also a 55% chance of not just rain, but thunderstorms. So if you haven't done your shopping yet, grocery shopping or whatever work you need to do this weekend, or laundry or whatever, you might want to get that in today, because it looks like all week, thunderstorms every day, rain every day through next Wednesday. Yeah, you might, whatever you want to get done, you might want to do that today while it's only 86 degrees. So, but it's 83 right now, so you might want to just run out in the streets and get that done immediately. So that is it for today's show. Let me check my little calendar here. I think I'll be live tomorrow. Let's see. Yes. Now tomorrow I'll be doing the show live, but Thursday maybe not. We'll see. We will see. But definitely tomorrow I'll see you live here on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitch. Later uploaded to Skyblue and X. So don't forget to read the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. I'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow I will be doing the show again at noon. I only did it at 1 o'clock today because I just had so many things going on. And I knew I was going to be late, so I just said, well, let me just say I'll be there at 1 and not noon. So have a beautiful day. Stay cool, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao for now.